my co-headliner. We're all adults, right? When we were children, did we ever watch the movie Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
Right? My next comedian, he was the goalie in Mighty Ducks. His name was Goldburg. You may have also seen him on TMZ.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, my next comedian, Shaun Weiss. I got the Mighty Ducks theme for you, too, man.
I don't have enough PTSD. Thanks, Mario. Good evening, everyone. Right. Interesting vibe this room. I like it. Are you going to help me through my act? Are you going to do that?
Yeah.
Jesus, right. I've never seen anyone inciting hecklers like that, Mario. Good one. First of all, I want to know what the hell is J-Lo doing to Ben Affleck? What's going on? That guy's like the richest, most successful guy in the world. Every time you see him, it looks like J-Lo just took away his Xbox. What's happening? Fucking Ben, just goddamn J-Lo. He's so mad at her. What the fuck is she doing to him? I don't know. I just feel like he should be happier. Anyway, my mugshot went viral about 4 years ago. I don't know if you saw that shit. It's terrible. They're not using any Instagram filters down at the station, alright? Shit's just raw. And TMZ, they had a story. They put out a thing, child actor on drugs. I was like, what is it, a slow news day? How's that? Then they reported, they said, child actor arrested for burglary while high on meth. Which was not true, folks. The meth had worn off completely by that time. It was just the heroin. I was just on heroin. And listen, heroin is like the worst drug to do robberies on. It's the pits. One time I tried to rob a Taco Bell for a combo. I did that. Give me the... Wait, where the fuck am I? Where am I? Mild sauce, please. Mild sauce. He's a wreck, bro. Thank you. I'm leaning on you at this point. Heroin, yeah. Some good things about meth. You know, meth will help you focus. Right? But for me, it helped me focus on weird shit. Like one time I actually masturbated for 14 hours in a row. 14 hours in a row. And I'm not talking about the comfort of my own home, folks. I'm talking about in a tent. Just pounding away. People were coming and checking on me. I was like, just leave me alone. Just zip the zipper on your way out. Disgusting act out. I'm disappointed that I just did that joke. Disgusting. Who the hell wants to see Goldburg acting out, masturbating in a tent for 4 hours? Listen, I was a child. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really trying to do stand-up comedy. But I gotta get a job. There's not a lot of career avenues for ex-child actor. They're not looking at my resume. I tried at Hot Topic. The little girl had my resume. She's like, Mighty Ducks 1, 2, and 3. Is that a TikTok dance? Give me my shit back, bitch. Your mom knows who I am. Tell her Goldburg was here.
Yeah!
Trying to get a job. My friend, he said, bro, quit trying to get a job, man. We got, just go and get yourself some SSI, right? He's like, you tell them you're crazy, and they break you off a check every month. I was like, sign me up for that shit. So it's kind of complicated, right? You got to go in for an interview to see if you qualify. But it's very tricky because you got to be like crazy enough to where they slide you some cash, but not too crazy to where they fucking tie you to the chair and lock you up. You know what I mean? This was not a problem for me, folks, because ever since I was this big, I've been going in rooms and killing it. I had a plan for this shit, right? I had a character in mind. I was gonna do like a sling blade, right? My problem is I'm an actor, but I'm not a very good actor, right? I don't have levels. So instead of doing a sling blade, it was just a full retard. And you can't even say retard let alone walk into the SSI building like a full retard, right? So I go into the room, and the lady ushers me in, and she says, have a seat, and I sit down right on the floor. And sir, can you sit in the chair? Can you have a seat? So I'm doing, I'm full retard. Like, you can't let this guy in public, right? I sit down, she's got this giant thing of hand sanitizer, and I start going to work on this fucking... And I get a pile of this shit in my hand, and I start slathering myself up. And I look like a newborn baby. And this is when I'm ready to hit her with my secret weapon, folks. I have a technique, a tactic that I use. It's called the sneeze attack. This is something that I learned while doing a guest spot episode on Saved by the Bell when I was 13, and it's now a strategy that I'm using to navigate through adult life. Here's what it is. I just start sneezing. Ever since the pandemic, I get about 6 or 7 of these, and I will clear a fucking airport hangar, right? So my plan is I'm gonna get to like 6 or 7, and she's just gonna go, you know what, fuck it, you got it, just leave, get out of here. And so I'm rearing back, and I'm like, right, ready to kill it. And right as I'm about to hit her, she goes, Mr. Weiss, just wanted to let you know that my sons have been big fans of your movies since they were little. Shit. I mean, there's times when you feel like an asshole, but I felt like such an ass. I was like, can I go back in and do a take 2 and just redo this? And but she was a very cool lady. And she felt for me. She's like, Mr. Weiss, I want this for you, all right? Maybe there's just something you could tell me, like maybe some past trauma that makes it hard for you to work and hold a job. I was like, lady, check this out. When I was 13 years old, I was on a hockey team, right? And because I was afraid of the puck, these motherfuckers tied me to a goalpost. Jesus style. Crucifixion style. And they proceeded to shoot hockey pucks at me as hard as they could. From all angles. This went on for hours. The worst part is, these fuckers filmed the whole thing. And they show it to everybody every Thanksgiving. They put it on TNT. What does that get me every month? What am I looking at? Kind of painting. Shit. Childhood trauma. I was in therapy. I did 1,000 hours of therapy and treatment. And we would go around the circle, and you just gotta keep saying more and more bad shit about yourself. I ran out of bad shit. I was just making shit up. No, Pee-wee didn't rape me. No, Pee-wee didn't rape me. I might have lied about that a few times. I worked with Pee-wee Herman, and amazing guy, like a hard loss recently. You guys want to? Do you want to hear a story about Pee-wee Herman, or nobody? Yeah. All right, I'll tell a quick story about Pee-wee Herman. So I was 5 years old, and just saw a movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and was blown away, and then found out I had the audition to go in and be on his show. And I couldn't compute. Like, what? How do you figure? So I learned my lines. I was so excited. I'm going to go in and I'm going to meet Pee-wee Herman and do a scene with Pee-wee Herman. My mom drove me into the city 3 hours, and I get there into the room, and Pee-wee's there, but he's not dressed as Pee-wee Herman. He's just in his plain clothes, right? He's got a beard, he's got jeans and a t-shirt. And I'm like, where's Pee-wee? And they're like, this is Pee-wee. And I was a little pain in the ass when I was a kid, and I was like, listen, I came all the way down here. I planned on doing the scene with Pee-wee. I'm not doing the scene unless it's with Pee-wee. Paul left the room, transformed himself into Pee-wee, put on the suit, did his hair, shaved, and everything. It took him about half an hour, and he came back in, as Pee-wee so that I would do the scene with him. That's the kind of guy he was. And I told him, I was like, hey, Pee-wee, just so you know, before you got here, there was some guy, and he was telling everybody that he was you. And Pee-wee goes, that was Paul. He does that all the time. Fucking God. I don't know, am I running out of time? Because I have one little... Listen, you guys just help me out. My therapist told me, gave me an assignment, he told me to write all of my triggers down and read them in front of a group of people. He said that would help me. All right, do you mind if I do that?
Yeah.
Triggers. These are my triggers. These are things that make me want to do drugs. All right, number 1, sunrise. Number 2, waking up in my bed. Number 3, the birds chirping. What are they fucking chirping about? Number 4, motorcycle guy at 2 a.m. waking everybody up in the neighborhood. The whole neighborhood. How are we letting this guy exist? I don't know. Well, when people fart, sneeze, or cough, again, these aren't jokes. This is just real triggers. Traffic jams. Drivers that don't use their turn signal. Crying babies. When a baby thinks it's better than you, ever a baby look at you like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, you don't know me. You don't know me, you little asshole. I've been here a long time. You don't deserve to look at me like that. I don't know why I'm so mad at babies. I'm fatherless. Every episode of Euphoria, in closed spaces, my thoughts, my reflection, women that don't look good but are like, I know I look good. How did this happen? When I know for sure, that the DoorDash guy took a pepperoni off my pizza. Bro, take one from the edge. Don't take the center pep. Fucking douche. Alright, my Bitcoin, when my Bitcoin goes down. The fact that I have to lie about owning Bitcoin, I don't know why, it's a psychological thing. Social interactions of any kind. Global warming, if it's true. If it's not, then fuck it. Cheech and Chong movies. Dick pics. Whenever that's disgusting. Okay, when my roommate doesn't wait until I'm asleep before he masturbates. Well, I mean, look, bro, we're on a bunk bed. You know, I mean, there's a certain etiquette. Fuck. Midday, right around noon, give me the pipe. When the Wi-Fi goes out. When I accidentally turn on the parental control feature on the Wi-Fi because I don't know how to turn it off and then I'm just locked out of my porn. Having to do laundry, hate laundry. When bills are due, nightclubs, strip clubs, okay. My own voice, the voices in my head, to show the voice. I can't believe how long this fucking list is. The smell of corn nuts, they just smell like pee to me. Chinese people. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Alien abductions, that's always freaking me out. Education, that's overrated. When a millennial says the year they were born, 2000. Making lists, public speaking, staring at an audience that's drunk and high while watching me mock my own sobriety. Love it. Oh yes, and when you Venmo an escort $60 for an Uber, but she never shows up. That happened to a friend of mine, I think it's very rude. You guys have been a phenomenal audience. Thank you for letting me do this. Mario, you're the best. Give it up for Mario, everybody. Clap.